this is Sandra from Great, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create individual post overviews and sliders like these examples here with Great Suite. To build a slider or post overview, you always need a query loop. A query loop is there to display certain posts of a post type, and it always consists of a post template and then a content. There are now certain ways that how you can start. For example, if we just add a query loop here, we can either start with a template or pattern, or we can start blank, and then you will see a couple of presets here, among others our post slider. Our post slider basically is a variation of the post template. So if you have a look at the structure, before we had query loop and post template, and now we have query loop and post slider. So what you can also do, since this is a variation, you can directly start with post slider and will automatically get this layout here. So now let's get rid of these two to have a better overview. Okay, now in order for us to see something in the preview, we are going to select some pattern or template. Perfect. And now we will start in the parent block, the query loop. Up here you can set the alignment, and you can say how many items you want to have per page, how many offset, for example, you want to have, if you want to start with the third or fourth instead of the first one, and how many pages you want to have. If you have 0 here, automatically the query loop will create as many pages as necessary to display all of your posts. And then here on the right, we have some more options, depending on what you've set here, depending on the width. You can then say that the inner blocks should use the content width as defined in the site editor. This option here is only necessary if you place your post slider in, for example, an archive or search template, as in these cases the context tells you which posts are going to be displayed. In all other cases, you select here which post type you want to use for your post overview. For example, I've got a post type with movies that I want to use. Then you can say in which order you'd like to show your posts. And then you can further narrow down which posts to display with filters. For example, you can filter by taxonomies, by authors, and or by keywords. And if this is not enough, we offer you a lot more advanced filter options here. Again, you will find, for example, taxonomy here, but in more detail. For example, you can exclude this taxonomy, or you can also say the terms of this current post and exclude them. So you can, for example, say, okay, show me all posts of the same author, but don't show the initial one again with this option here. Then you can filter by meta fields, so any custom fields within your post type, and say, make a condition, for example, only show this post if a certain field is set or has a certain value or contains a certain value, or also exclude it conditionally. You can filter by date and set a start date and end date, even with an exact time filter here. You can select individual posts to include or exclude, and you also have more advanced sorting options here. For example, by a certain meta field, if applicable, the most popular post, if you've activated the respective feature in the advanced search settings in your backend, or also have a random sorting. And most importantly, you can combine several filters and sorting options here. So this is really, really cool. Now let's go one step in more detail in the post slider. Here you can switch between a list view and a grid. And if we start here on the right down here, you can define it in even more detail and breakpoint specific. So for example, you can say on bigger screens you want to have 12 elements per page, but on smaller screens maybe just 6. You can define how many columns you want to have and with how much space between, and all that individually per breakpoint. So it's really simple to create mobile friendly and responsive grids here. Now let's go up again. By the way, here you can always switch between regular post templates and post sliders. And then here you have the possibility to add more to your post overview. For example, you can also add a filter in the front end and have your users do the filtering by themselves. You can then say, do you want the filter to be placed on top of your post overview or below, left, center, right? And you also can define how the field is designed, how big it is, with how much space, etc., etc. And in the front end, it will then look like this. Here we have filter. So here I can filter, for example, by genre. That's that. And in the same way, you can also enable your visitors to do the sorting by themselves with the drop down, and the design options are the same, but you can even text the designations individually. So by default it says, for example, chronologically, alphabetically, most popular, but you can also have different designations here. For example, if it's a multilingual page and you want to have German texts here, you can do that here. Then we have side arrows. We have it, I think, in this example here. Yeah, here. You can add arrows to switch between the pages and have lots of design options. You can have them top, center, bottom, wherever you want. You can have them next to your post, like in this example, or you can also have it overlap your content and have it on top of it. You can work with icons and choose from a set of icons here, but you can also upload custom images and have a lot of design options in terms of colors, including hover effect, size, and spaces. Additionally, or alternatively, you can also add a classic pagination, like this one here, and can again place it on top of button, left, center, right, spread it. Again, overlap content or not. You can work with digits, with icons, upload images. Same for the arrows as well. And again, color, sizes, spacings, and a lot of design options here. And last but not least, you can also define the animation with which the pages change individually. You can choose between different animation types. You can activate a loop, so it starts again when it reaches the last slide. You can have autoplay and also define how fast you want the animation to be. You can then again define the height of your slider, and this option here is really important on mobile screens. For example, if you have 3 posts below each other and then you slide to the next page, by default the browser will remain down, so you will see the last of the next 3 posts. And with this option here, you can automatically make the browser scroll to the first one. So lots of options. And now we are going to have a look at how we get these random placeholders display our individual post content. And therefore we will have a look at this page, see how it looks like in the backend. Here we are. All we have to do now is work with GradeSuite dynamic tags. So either way, you have either a dynamic template in here, or you have put your individual elements like a headline, an image, etc. in your post slider, and now we have to connect them to your post content. To do that, just mark it and then either use this icon here or use hashtag, and you will see suggestions of your dynamic content. Like for example, let's show the post date here. Here we have a post title, for example, and you can also set links to your post. And the same goes for images. Here we have a cover block where you can say use the featured image, but with regular images as well, you can select the dynamic image here. And it also works for any of your custom fields in your post type. So you have a long list of available dynamic text, also general ones like the site title, username, or date, and you can all connect them to your post overview. And of course, you only have to do that once. So if you have a post overview like this one, you don't have to do it for every tile. You just do it in the first one or any one, and it will be applied to each one. So now, if you go to the front end and click on a post that has been linked, you will see the post page itself. So this one doesn't have lots of content, no text or something, but what we see here is the post page, and how this page looks like is defined by the post template. Post template is a regular WordPress template that you can edit in the site editor. We also have tutorials on that, obviously, but let's take a look at it. You can see it's a regular template with header, footer, and the content in here. And here you can work with like general placeholders, default ones by WordPress, like the post content. But again, you can also work with our dynamic text again. So if you just say, okay, this is a placeholder and we want to see the author here, you can do it like that very easily. And yeah, like I said, usually it's the default single template, but if you were working with custom post types created in CreateSuite, you will also be able to create individual single templates for the particular post type, so you can have different single templates for different post types. What I'm now going to show you is what happens if we combine the post slider we've just have a look at with the Great Search. Great, you might know that we have a very advanced search features and a very advanced search block in CreateSuite. We won't take a look at it in detail now. There's a dedicated tutorial video, but let me show you what happens if we combine that with a post slider. As you see, the results of my post overview update live on this page. So we have an interactive live search, and also we have much more sophisticated or more beautiful and design and filter options here. Also, for example, we have date pickers and stuff like that. So if you want to have an interactive live search and or have more advanced design options when it comes to filtering, then you should use our live search. And to do that, all you have to do is add the block Great Search to your query. So as soon as a post slider and a Great Search lie within the same query loop, you will get this interactive live search experience. And what you can also do, if you don't want to do it manually, you can always just enter the block live search and you will automatically get this set up with the query loop containing Great Search and a post slider. So much on that. So you've seen you have lots of different possibilities in terms of designing and creating individual post overviews and sliders. There are more tutorials in the help centers on working with templates, on creating post types, creating searches and all that. And there's one that I want to mention specifically. We have one tutorial in our help center that shows you the entire process from creating a custom post type to styling the post templates to building custom post sliders and post overviews. So definitely you should have a look in our help center. For more videos and information, please visit our help center.